Hey guys, it's Mr. Abby coming at you with some fresh, hot new science facts right off the griddle. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series of different science videos that I've been doing as much as I've been enjoying them. I know yesterday we talked a little bit about the different adaptations and things that make animals different, that the way we organize animals into different groups and the kind of adaptations they have that make some animals different from others. A lot of times these differences are based on the kind of environment or habitat that they live in. We talked a little bit about if you're cold or if you live in a cold environment, you might want thick fur. You might want to be able to heat yourself up from the inside, like us mammals do. If you are a reptile, you need to find ways to get in the sun and warm your body up that way because you're cold blooded. Well, today I would like us to think about a little bit about how plants do the very same thing. They can be organized in the same ways, and they work within the classifying or taxonomic system that Carl Linnaeus made up in the 1700s. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. Um, I kind of wonder a little bit because I know a lot of people don't. Did you think of animals or did you think of plants as being living things in your environment? I know a lot of people just kind of look around and trees and grass and stuff, it's just part of the environment, like the rocks, like the buildings and everything. Well, today I really want you guys to think about the fact that plants are living things too, and they have to change or adapt to get meet their needs in their environment too, just like animals do. Um, Again, we got a nice brain pop to get you a lot of that basic information on how that works. We've got a lot of different examples of how different plants get what they need from their environment. All plants need light to, they capture the light in their leaves through photosynthesis to get the food they need. They get nutrients from the soil or from other areas, as we'll learn in our brain pop. Um, they all need to protect themselves from predators, things that might want to eat them. Um, there's a lot of different things that plants do to change and meet their environment. Some plants, if you might have done this experiment, if you haven't, give it a shot. If you got a plant that's a little further away from the light, maybe you put a plant a little further from your windowsill or something like that, and a little bit in the shade, you'll notice that some plants kind of grow towards their light source. That's something they do. They change their own bodies to get what they need from their environment. Again, there's going to be a lot of that information here in the Brain Pop. I hope you guys find it interesting. After you get done with that video, once more, I've got a nice little quiz for you, which I'm going to go over for you just in case you have a hard time reading it. I know we got some big words in this one, so I want you guys to tough through it with me. There's some really interesting stuff in here. Plant adaptations. So, first off, living things can change or what to meet the needs in their environment. Can they move around? Maybe some can, maybe some can't. Do they eat each other? Some definitely do that, but maybe not all. Can they adapt or change? Or can they steal nutrients from others to meet their needs? For this next question, I want to try something a little different with you guys. Let me know if this works for you or if you have any trouble with this. For this question, you'll notice instead of having the little round tabs to click on, you've got these little square ones. Now, the square ones mean that you can select more than one answer. For here, you notice I put down select all that apply. What I want you to do is I want you to click on all the answers you think are right in here. There's a few of them that are right. There's a few of them that are wrong. So, some plants live in hot, dry environments. What are some adaptations plant use to get or keep more water? Select all that apply. That means you can collect more than one. Do they grow deeper roots to get water from deeper in the ground? Do some grow up higher to compete with other plants for sunlight? Do some have thicker stems or thinner leaves to reduce how much water they lose to lessen their water loss? Or do some attract small animals to spread their pollen? Again, this is the ones that live in hot, dry environments. What do they use to get or keep more water? Back to multiple choice here, just one answer. Some plants live in dark, shady areas. What ways can they get more sunlight? Can they have big leaves or grow taller to get more sunlight, compete with the other plants that are growing tall? Can they steal nutrients from other plants? Can they consume small animals for nutrients? Or grow spines and thorns to keep away predators? Next question. What are some ways that plants protect themselves from being eaten? Do they do some grow spikes, thorns, or toxins that make them hard or dangerous to eat? Do they have attractive smells to attract or bring in small animals? Do they grow deep roots? Or do they grow big leaves and stems? Again, down here, we're trying this out. I've got another select more than one answer kind of question. Again, select all that apply, all the answers that you think are right. Go ahead and click them. What are some ways that plants spread their seeds and pollen? Select all that apply. Do they grow thick spines or thorns? Do they have attractive smells to bring in small animals? Do they grow thick bark? Or do they grow sweet fruits that make good food for animals? Again, this is what are some ways that they spread their seeds and pollen. Again, down here at the bottom, I want to hear your thoughts. I've got a longer answer area so that I can hear what you guys think about this. What are some of your favorite plant adaptations and why? We got a little book here that I figured we could look at a little bit to see what some of these different plant adaptations look like. You got plants, you got plants that grow big, wide leaves. You might not be able to see that one's a little fuzzy. It's very cute. You got some plants that grow crazy patterns. You got some of those thinner leaved plants. By the way, a lot of these plants are plants that you can grow in your very own home. Some of my favorite plants, the ones I find most interesting, are some of your plants that can eat little critters. Right there is a Venus flytrap, if you can see it, with those little open mouths. Some very interesting ways that plants, different shapes, different forms that plants can take to meet their needs in an environment. I know a lot of us, or at least I know a lot of the adults I've talked to, don't really think of plants as being a part of their living environment, a part of the kingdom of life that we see all around us, something that we might be able to organize and things that change and act to stay alive. So I really want to hear some of you guys' thoughts on that. Again, what are some of your favorite adaptations and why? And did you think of plants as living things that change before today? Again, a lot of us kind of look past all the plants and the grass and the trees and stuff around us without really even thinking of them as another living creature that's trying to get by, that's trying to change and adapt to get what it needs from the environment. I know a lot of us, we go to the grocery store to get our food. We know of a lot of the animals that hunt other animals to get what they need. And I'd like you guys to start thinking about plants in the same kind of ways. And you'll be amazed how much the way you look at the world around you changes when you start looking at plants that way. Again, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Any questions or comments? You can send them right to me on Dojo. We're going to be starting some office hours online over this coming week. Probably tomorrow we're going to start off where one of your second grade teachers will be on for about an hour a day to get any of your questions, say hi. I look forward to seeing you guys on there. We'll be on Zoom. We'll share with your parents on how to get that all started. Um, Again, stay healthy, stay safe. I know it's a little chilly out there, but stay warm and keep being awesome, ducklings.